All right, welcome to the very last live session for today, where we are going to be wrapping up the New York session as usual, trying to pinpoint those potential trading opportunities for tomorrow. Okay, so we'll be going through all 28 plus gold major currency crosses to see if we'll find something valid for the next trading session. Okay. All right, if you are joining in for the very first time, please, as you click on your play button, come into the settings tab right here and make sure you select your video quality or set it to the 480 pixel. That is the highest quality of stream that we can achieve right now. So set it to the 480 pixels so you can get a better view at your end. All right, let's now move on to the Forex Factory economical calendar to see those high impact news announcements that are scheduled for tomorrow. Today is already over. We had just one from the sterling pounds axis, and that's over already. So let's look into tomorrow's event, tomorrow's economic event. All right, we have just one as well, which is of course the FOMC meeting minute that will be released tomorrow around this very time. All right, around this very hour, this live session hour right now. That is the same time that that news announcement will be released. So the live session for tomorrow around this time is going to start about let's say 15 minutes earlier. All right, it's going to start 15 minutes earlier, so we can go through all of the charts, draw our key levels of support and resistance before the actual news announcement. All right, let's now move into the charts and conduct our analysis. But before then, I would like to look into a few trades that we have shared that I am involved personally. Let's just look at this. Which one? I am involved in 4 trades. This is one from the American dollar against the Swiss franc. American dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay, this was shared in Telegram group where price broke below that key level of support. Anyway, we are going to be analyzing that. We found our entry and the price is it is sitting at some profit. I have cashed out about 75% of my profit already, so the remaining 25% should keep running. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to see further pushes to the downside. If price push up, hit that trade at break even, that's the remaining 25% at break even, well, I will not worry more, okay, because I have already made 75%. So I'm looking for price to make some pushes again to the downside by tomorrow. All right, the euro against the American dollar. This is another one that we all have been involved in. The 50% run here, we have cashed out 50% of our profit. The remaining 50% is still running. Actually, that trade came from excuse me. That trade came from the daily time frame, and we are still in. Okay, sterling pounds against the Japanese yen. This was another trade I took since last week. All right, doing well. We are expecting further pushes to the downside for tomorrow. The okay, gold. This is XAUUSD gold. Anyway, this is still an open trade, still pushing in the right direction. The only trade that hasn't really performed well is the American dollar against the Canadian dollar. All right, that one is still sitting at a loss. It's about a 50-50 range to entry, 50-50 proportion from entry to stop loss, from a current price level to stop loss, and from entry to current price level. Anyway, that's the only losing trade so far for now. Okay, you can see it right here. It's the only losing trade. Just give me a minute. Okay. All right. Okay, it's the only losing trade for now. That's the American dollar against the Canadian dollar. So we'll keep that running. The directional bias is still right. The direction of that trade is still very intact. All right, let's move on to the general charts and conduct our analysis for today. First, let's begin with the euro against the American dollar. This is the 1 hour time frame. Actually, it's been a very messy price behavior, as you can see right there. We have taken a lot of stress, a lot of pain to analyze this chart just to figure out the correct directional buyers for today. You can see how price came reacted off that level in the 1 hour time frame. We discussed that earlier today, where we talked about this area acting as resistance, and we have a possible level of support around this point. Okay, you can see how we try to connect that counter trend line around that level, and it held price against the 4 hours level of resistance. You can see how counter trend lines are very powerful. All right, now let's decongest our charts. Go to the daily time frame. Everything is still intact. The 4 hours time frame, right now these lines have performed their jobs. All right, it's now over for them. We can now redefine our levels of support and resistance. This is the closest level of resistance here in the 4 hours time frame, and we have another one which is indeed an area. This point, it is an area, but let's look into the 1 hour time frame to decide if we can keep a line there. Otherwise, I don't think looks valid to me, because within the 1 hour time frame, that area was really messed up. You can see what price did to that area. Okay, breaking, just messing up that point. So what do? We have a trend in the 1 hour time frame. This is a higher swing lows, okay, and the higher swing high. So we have a trend. Instead of placing this line around in here, let's keep it at as a trend line. At least that is the last line of defense for the bulls. Okay, that's it. So what are we expecting to trade here for tomorrow? We have an intra-week trend already. You can see those up days. Should we find price closing somewhere around the extreme of today's daily box indicator, we'll be looking to trade the London Open breakout strategy for tomorrow. Okay, well, while we are looking to trade this strategy, if we find all preconditions present themselves validly, we have to be careful as well, because in the forex economical calendar we have our FOMC meeting minute release coming from the American dollar axis. That means this pair is one of those pairs that we need to be careful, because there is a heavyweight high impact news announcement are coming ahead. Okay, so be careful. FOMC meeting minute release can spike the market in heavy volume. Even though the previous interest rate announcement was made, the details of that announcement once released can spike the markets. Okay, can spike the chart in heavy volatility. All right, so that is it for the euro against the American dollar. A trend is established in the intraday time frames. Let's see how solid or how sustained this trend will be. I am very hopeful that for the entire week, I mean for the whole of this week, price will keep pushing to the upside. So you only want to keep searching for long opportunities when in the euro against the American dollar. All right, having said that, let's quickly move into the next pair in this review.